Hello, Sandy Rogers here with the Ace Dog Vlog. Today I want to talk about the puzzle of managing and training multiple dogs for those of you that have more than one. Two is way different than one. Three is way different than two. And when you get up to four and five, life is really different. So I'm going to touch on why I think it's such a big puzzle. And that's what this vlog is going to be about. Food for thought on all of the things that I think anyone living with multiple dogs that considers themselves a dog trainer or a wannabe dog trainer should take into consideration. Then I will be adding the puzzle pieces to the puzzle, going more in detail as we unfold. So the main thing is when you're living with multiple dogs is to know that the dynamics and the relationships of the dogs change when the dogs change. So maturity, testosterone, other hormones, old age, pain, mental discomfort. So you can have a group of dogs coexisting quite nicely and have something, a big one is construction on your home, construction on the neighbor's house. Again, aging, pain, can upset the apple cart. This is one reason why I strongly advocate that dogs not be left alone together without careful consideration. So I don't know anybody that has left dogs home alone together that have come home to a serious, unpleasant incident that didn't leave the house thinking it was okay to do that. Do I ever leave my dogs home alone together? Yes, I do. But if I have any doubt, for example, an adolescent male, for example, a dog that I've noticed is starting to get annoyed if he's bumped because he's older. He didn't mind before, but now he does. I'm not going to leave that dog to fend for himself. So number one, be aware of the changes within the individual dogs as life progresses. Two is be really clear about the difference between managing behavior, training behavior, creating new behaviors through training or managing. And then here's the big enchilada, managing them under different circumstances with different dogs. For example, you can have a dog trained at the door, for example, this is a classic, quite well, but put that dog with one other dog and all bets are off. This should not be a source of frustration for you. This should be an opportunity to teach. Anytime you're feeling frustrated, and my favorite form of frustration to help my students with is this one, he knows that. We don't have to argue whether he knows it or not. He knew it the last time you wanted it for very specific reasons, and he doesn't know it right now for very specific reasons. Does it matter if you know the reasons? I find it helpful and I find it interesting, but the bottom line is 9 times out of 10, the way I'm going to teach that particular lesson for that particular dog is the same, because I rely on communication systems that are already established. So it isn't, oh my gosh, you don't know this, let me come up with a new way to show you. It's, hey, you remember when we're here, when you're this, when I'm that, it results in this, just like we did it initially. So you get to experiment and learn about each one of your dogs as individuals in training scenarios, with one other dog, with two other dogs, when all of them are together. and adjust your training strategies for the particular situation. You get to notice which scenarios, by the pool, by the front door, by the back door, different people present. How about strange dogs? If agility class, does your dog, you guys, sometimes the dogs just aren't, and I want to be careful here. Sometimes the dogs don't understand that they can be responsive when their brains are telling them that they can't. That's a teacher's job, to break down the difficulties for the dog and say, I know you're smart, and with my help, I can teach you that you can even be responsive in this situation, and in this situation, and in this situation. So that control and safety are yours in your home and outside of your home with multiple dogs. So stay tuned. I will be adding pieces to this puzzle, hopefully forever. It's a big puzzle. Thank you for joining me.